Welcome everybody. We're going to get started in 2 minutes, so feel free to invite people on, from Twitter, from Facebook. We'll get started in 1 minute. Okay, let's get started. Welcome everybody. This is Mike Medro for TradersHideout.com. Link is right on top. If you'd like to download the platform, you don't know it yet, get to know it. Pretty cool platform. It is trader driven. It is not broker driven. So you're not going to see that around. And for those of you who are on YouTube, feel free to ask for something to be analyzed. On the right hand box, you will see a live comment box, so feel free to ask for something to get analyzed. So let's get started. Just a reminder, we only got about less than 22 hours left for actual trading, so we're not going to be doing any long-term trades. This is when we slow down our trades. We do more of a short-term trading, and we try to look for setups possibly for next week. We write them down on the side. So let's get started. On euro dollar, we've had new highs on the 1 hour chart. Could look for a retracement overnight for around 15 pips or so. Let's bring up the 4 hour chart. There's definitely room here for a retracement. So let's go ahead and do that. Overall, for the week, we've been up about 1.5%, which is pretty good on the overall portfolio, and this is a fairly large portfolio, so that is pretty good. I'm going to go up for 21 pips, 2-to-1 TPSL take profit stop loss ratio, which is around 9.5 pips for the stop loss, which is fine. And there's our trade right here. I'll leave that open. Next batter up, Aussie dollar. 1 hour chart. They did have a retracement right here. There's only 14 pips on that retracement in the last 3-4 hours. Well, it's not true. It's around 20 pips or so. Let's bring up the FAR, see if we can make something out of excuse me, out of this. We're at new highs. We are at new highs. Except for this little thing, we're on resistance. Let's bring up 8 hour chart. Now this thing is looking to go higher, isn't it? Let's bring up 1 day chart. That was the saucer that we got on yesterday. We had a really good trade. We could look for a breakout for tomorrow, but be ready to close it. So we're going to set this up nice and small. We're at 3 pips on the spread, so we're going to go on the 30 pips. So that would give us TPSL 2 to 1, which is 15 pips minus the around 3 pips. So it's 12 pips on the stop loss, which is fine. And we're going to 10,000 units. And submit that. Okay. And there's the trade right here. Next one up, dollar yen. Dollar yen new highs, but we haven't been trading anything on the dollar yen because it just wasn't worth it. Well, there is a saucer forming up here, but it was just not worth it. There's only 20 pips on 1 hour chart, and that is just not enough juice for us to go with. Even on the 1 day chart, if you take a look, in the last few days, this whole week has been really, really quiet. So let's bring up the 12-hour chart and I'll show you that. Sorry, 8-hour chart. Okay, the overall range for the last 3 days has been pretty. It's only been 25 pips or so. So it's not that much. Now my system is giving me some issues. Give me a second here. Bring that up. I've been having a bad connection for the last few days. Yeah, it seems to be better. Alright, nope, maybe not. Let's bring up the Kiwi dollar. Okay, so that yen is not something that we could trade. Definitely not something we could trade. This thing is definitely acting up, isn't it? Try to bring this up another way. This has been, this is really odd. I'll bring this up again. I'm going to start the platform again. It is definitely acting up today. And this is part of the new version that's going to be coming out. So it is a little bit buggy still. That's why we haven't released it yet. So if you want to be part of the beta, just obviously, we'll get this thing fixed before we ship that out. But I am testing it on live so people can see all the functionality. It's pretty cool stuff. Okay, so we were on we said that the dollar yen was out the door just because it didn't have enough juice. And pound dollar could see a small retracement. Let's bring up the 1 hour chart. We could see a retracement of around 10 pips or so, but it's not. Well, let's see the 4 hour chart. See if it's worth doing anything. on the 4-hour chart, it definitely looks like we could do a hedge, right? This will probably be our hedge for the night. Be a good range trade. If you're from the US, this is a quick reminder that you cannot hedge on the same currency pair. It is against the NFA rules, National Futures Association. And we're going to go for 30 pips both ways. 10,000, 2-to-1 TPSL, submit plus, and submit. And those are our two orders, pound dollar. We did that early on. We actually had two of those wins. Okay, let's bring up the Euro Yen. And in the meantime, we'll see if there's any requests on YouTube to get anything analyzed. Okay, and bring up the 1-hour chart. Well, there's been some movement on the euro dollar. This is something interesting because on the euro yen, let's bring up the dollar yen. This is interesting. We might get a lead lag issue here. Yeah, this is definitely something interesting. Let me see, bring up this. Okay, we have a lead lag scenario here. Okay, on the right is euro yen, on the left is dollar yen, and as you can see, the actual movements on the euro yen are not up to par with the dollar yen. So either we're going to see a correction on the euro yen or the dollar yen, which means that the dollar yen should be going up around 10-15 pips, or the euro yen should be going down. My take is that the euro yen will go down around 15 pips or so because it is just not up to par with the dollar yen. Okay, this is one of those free lunches, so we're gonna try to grab that, aren't we? Okay, we're gonna go a little bit heavy. We're gonna go 30,000 units, and we're only going for 20 pips. That is it. Let the chaser do its work. Okay? Don't get greedy. The chaser is a wonderful thing. If you're not sure what the chaser is, just look it up in the videos on our channel. You'll see 3 chaser videos. One is the setup, and 2 are actually you'll see it at work. Okay, next one up. Let's bring up Kiwi CAD. Kiwi CAD's been fairly popular lately. 1 hour. Nothing there. 32 pips in the last 12 hours. This is a par saucer, but I would actually try to think it's been going down. There's really not enough juice on this because it's only because of the actual spread. That's pretty high spread. This might be a setup for next week, though. We could see a nice setup for next week. You know what? No, it's not enough. For next week, we could be doing, we could be going for the downside. There's definitely room here for retracement of at least 80 to 100 pips. So I'm going to write that on the side. Kiwi CAD. Keep that written down for next week. Next one up, Kiwi Yen. Very popular as well. Don't think we're going to have much juice on this one, but you never know. It's not worth it. Not worth it. We could go for a retrace of 20 pips or so, but it's not worth the spread. If we got in around, well, you know what? If we got in around 4 pips, maybe let's do that. We'll try to do that, and we're going to go 10,000, but we will wait for 4 pips. Otherwise, it's just too. And there you go, 4 pips. Well, what do you know? We got in. See if we got in at 4 pips. Yes, we did. Beautiful thing. Sometimes it is worth waiting a little bit for that spread to go down. You know, we can't get away. We gotta pay. We gotta pay those dues. Next one up, Euro Aussie. We had lows all the time, didn't we? Yeah, it was testing the lows all the time. Let's bring up a 4-hour chart. If you look for a retracement on the upside, okay, I'm going to be doing 10,000 units. Our spread is 4 pips, so we're going to go for at least 30 pips or so. So that way we've got 11 pips on the upper side. Okay, and last one. Okay, this is a reminder, Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. We teach you how to trade from nothing, zilch, zero, nada. You don't need to know anything. Okay, we're not brokers, so you should come and check out the videos, that's for sure. We got room for retracement here as well. It's on a 12-hour chart. Should be able to see around 50 pip retracement. Euro Kiwi. Let's bring that up. This is interesting. Let's bring it up to 4 hours. Oh yeah, this is definitely on the buy. I just don't like the spread. I don't like paying 7 or 8 pips on spread. That's just me. So I am going to go for 40 pips. And I'll wait for it to come down a little bit. I really don't want to pay 6, 7.5 pips. There's just no way. So I'll put this on the side. And we'll wait for it to come down and then we'll get in. 7.8. They've gone mad. Generally when you see the pips going up, the spread going up, it means there's a shift in direction. Okay, and probably our direction. Okay, next one up. Euro pound. Okay, and if that thing comes up, then we'll bring it up. Let's bring up a 1-hour chart. Not enough juice on this one for sure. Yeah, not worth trading. Okay, let's do one last but not least. We'll see if there's anything else on YouTube. Any other requests? Okay, we'll just wait around with this one. $7.5 pips. We'll wait just a tad. 7 pips. If it goes down to 6.5, something like that, we'll get in. I really don't like paying that sort of spread. I don't mind waiting. You know, the one thing is that you don't want to wait too long if you really think that it's going to go up, because you've been missing the wave, right? You don't want to miss the wave, especially if you think it's going to spike up. That's generally when you will see the spreads going up higher. Okay. If it goes 6.7 or lower, then we'll get in. Every time you notice I'm upping it and I'm upping it. Because on the other end, you know, we definitely don't want to pay this kind of spread. 6.2, there we go. It was worth waiting, wasn't it? 6, we're getting at 6 pips, so that's okay. Because that spread, that pair has a fairly high spread. Okay, we're going to do one last one. If there's any requests on YouTube for any special analysis on any pair, just go right ahead and ask for it. And a quick reminder, this platform, you can download it for absolutely free from tradershideout.com. If you want to get in on our user panel and come and trade with me, hang around with me, it's on G+, Google+. Just do plus Mike Medro, add me, and be happy to meet you and talk to you. And be sure to subscribe because we're putting out some very, very interesting sessions and lessons Saturday and Sunday, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We will teach you how to trade. Absolutely free. Everything is free. Okay, even my smiles are free. So, okay, that one seems to be okay. And don't be alarmed, you know, when you see all the red, okay, because that's just the spreads we got to pay. We can't get away from that, right? We got to pay the brokerage somehow. All right, and well, let's quick check on tomorrow, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, noon Greenwich Mean Time. We're going to do a quick analysis prior to the weekend, and then obviously Saturday and Sunday we have our lessons, we have our sessions. Sunday we do a pre-market at 8:30 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, 3:30 Eastern Time. Okay, no other requests. Okay, all right. Well, I would like to do Swissy, Aussie Swissy. I haven't looked at that for a while, so let's look at it together. We'll analyze that a little bit. 4.5 on the spread. It is not worth trading this prior to the weekend. Maybe next week. You know, we don't want to keep, remember, there's that saying, you know, I always say, you never know who's going to do what to whom and to what extent on the weekend. Therefore, you do not want to leave your positions open. They're vulnerable. Okay, we could go for the upside, but I'd wait for it to bounce again. We've got a pretty strong support right here. Okay, we have pretty strong support right here. 2, 4, 6, 7. That's almost a day's worth of support. Okay, and I'm not counting these two guys that are going down. Okay, so we shall see you tomorrow at noon time, Greenwich Mean Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Time. This is Mike Medero. May the profits be with you. Have a super night and a great weekend if I don't see you. I'd love to see you on Saturday and Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time for our lessons. Join us. Make sure that you do check out the videos and subscribe. There's some really cool training videos on there for you. Trading 101, 102. And download the platform absolutely free. Have a good one. Ciao for now.